Live-a-roni. It's a paper towel stack treat. That's right, Steve.
It's supposed to be toilet paper, but I couldn't make the picture small enough.
I was going to say, well, no, it's not toilet paper.
Clearly paper towels.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's the only picture I could find that looked good.
Yeah, it's
Why didn't you just take down your green screen and just show the audience what you have sitting behind you?
Yeah, exactly.
It's an empty, well, it's not an empty closet. It's a closet with shipping supplies in it.
Full of hand sanitizer and toilet paper.
Come on. You'd think I would do something like that.
Hey, I would not put it past you. I mean,
no.
You know.
I wouldn't take advantage of a crisis.
Well, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I might have 600 pounds of ground hamburger meat in this freezer.
I did a service for some preppers and, supplied them with a bunch of stuff. Apparently. But yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we all mute Steve and we'll get right into tonight's festivities.
Once a week, 3 laddies come together from distant lands to talk about Bigfoot, Martians, ghosts, time travel, chupacabras, and the Sweetwater legend.
I think we're all huge fans of the Sweetwater legend.
This is the Fortean Slip with your host, Chris York.
Say no to Quaaludes? Fuck no. Wait a minute. No. Say yes.
Co-host Steve Alcorn.
Like, take a break, shut my camera off, go
and sometimes special guest Matt Knapp.
Just accept it for what it is and just watch it and enjoy it.
They don't know who you are. They don't know what you want. If you're looking for entertainment, you may have come to the wrong podcast. But what they do have is a very particular set of skills.
There are no cows.
No cows?
No.
No cows were harmed in the making of this incident. We often wish that your relationship went much like that of the praying mantis.
I thought that was a reference to everything being green.
Yeah, sure you did. Carry on, gentlemen. I'm going to do something else for a little while.
Wow, Steve, would you like us to stop the program so you continue to do your shit?
You're about to witness the strength of creep knowledge.
Good evening, and welcome to the Fortean Slip. This is episode 128? 129? I don't know, 128, I think. 128. Somewhere around there. It's a fucking number. Purell. It's the thing that keeps your hands clean. Yes, you too can keep the coronavirus away for just $300 from your PayPal to Steve Alcorn. He'll send you one little tiny sandwich baggie tied off like heroin to your house. Free shipping.
Oh, it's always free shipping.
Oh, any order over $500. Free shipping within the continental U.S. Is that how it works, Steve? Oh, wait a minute. Canada and Mexico included in that? You helping them folks out?
I didn't help. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Did you have any problem with your shipments getting over the wall?
I didn't send anything to Mexico.
No? Nothing?
Nor Canada.
Oh.
They're not crazy.
That's kind of racist against the Mexicans and the French Canadians.
I just said they're not crazy.
Oh, okay. All right. I just want to make sure, Steve. Sometimes you scare me with your, you have a strange racism about you sometimes. It comes from I think it comes from your upbringing.
No. Not at all. It comes despite my upbringing, maybe.
comes from your
Wait, no,
parents
that's
being in
not
the
right.
Klan.
That didn't work.
In the Ohio clan. Oh shit, Steve, how you been, buddy?
Awesome.
Yeah,
Great times, good oldies.
yeah, I agree. It's a good time every week. I get to experience another week in time, and then I get to see Steve Alcorn step in shit.
I didn't step in anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's fucking Quantum Leap.
Steve's like one of those guys that was like, yeah, no, they're flushable wipes. I can keep flushing them.
Yeah. It says right on the package.
Is that what they're for?
But
Can you imagine Quantum Leap like leaping into Steve Alcorn
Sam
after
Beckett.
a week? Yeah, after a week, he's like, "So I buy and resell stuff on the internet. Like, what am I supposed to do?"
I'm making the world a better place, Matt, by providing products that people can't get.
Like, how would he ever get out of you?
Ziggy says there's a 92% probability that you need to buy a green Kia and sell shit on the internet to dumb people.
Aren't there a couple of other eBay sellers in this chat right now?
No.
Not ones that sell allegedly sell.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh. I sell books, Steve. I sell books. I sell joy to people. I sell people stories.
I sold cleanliness. I mean, what cleanliness is next to godliness.
I guess. I sell stories, Steve. I give people the joy of a good tale.
Oh, so do I. I mean, people are going to be talking about this for years to come.
As a matter of fact, I sold a set of Star Wars books just the other day, Steve. I sold some comic books. I just sold a board game, an old board game.
Ooh.
Yep.
I picked up a couple
I
of those
literally
this
saw a
weekend.
listing on eBay for like the little travel size hand sanitizers.
Yeah. Would have been 12 of them.
And it said on there,
For
please do not
entertainment purposes
resell
only.
these. It said, please do not resell these if you purchase. They are not for resale.
On the bottles themselves or in the actual listing?
In the listing and on the bottles. The bottles were not for resale, and they were reselling them, but telling people not to resell them if they purchase. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
That's the best. That's the way to do it. That's how you get it. That's the loophole, man. It's the loophole. That's how they're gonna get me with. They're gonna make it so that I don't vape anymore, so that I don't friggin' vape the nicotine stuff. They're ruining it for me.
I'm gonna give up this tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow?
Today's my last day.
Well, I'm close. I can tell you that because
yeah,
I'm at the end of my stuff, and yeah, I don't know if I'll wind up buying another bottle, if I'll go down to 0 or not. But
been having some weird issues, and I want to make sure that this isn't it.
I don't think that excuse me, necessarily that it's bad for you or any worse for you than cigarettes. I think it's bad for you, but no, I don't think it's any worse for you than cigarettes.
I think if you had to choose, vaping probably a little bit better.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen your car windows after you vape for a while? I mean, they're like covered in, I don't know what it is, oil, grease, or whatever it is.
You gotta clean them up.
Well, that's what's happening to your lungs.
Is that why you were stocking up on the Purell?
I don't know what you're talking about. Purell doesn't clean windows. Well, I guess you could. It's got alcohol in it.
As well as going for.
No, I'm
Steve.
I'm a prepper. I have to stock.
Oh, you're just a prepper.
Yeah, I just became one.
Okay.
Apparently, because
I get it. You know,
If you see my storage room, you might think so.
I like to hang out with Bob Ross. He calms me. You know,
He gets you.
I would not say it's that Bob Ross gets me.
I
Bob Ross,
would. He's about to get you right now.
yeah, he's like
get
Joe
you from behind.
He's like Joe Biden on my shoulder.
Gonna put a happy little penis right here.
I'm gonna put it right here, Chris. We don't have mistakes, Chris. We have happy little accidents. Yeah, no, I've enjoyed lately just taking a moment and watching a Bob Ross painting. Like it like resets my whole day. Like I could be totally pissed off or totally upset or totally whatever. Just sit down, watch a Bob Ross painting, take 20 minutes.
You know, I can't quite
Commit?
Put my finger on it, but something's different about you.
Might be. I don't know.
Something
Steve said he did. When I sent Steve the picture, he goes, I don't recognize that, dude.
Oh, it's the new glasses.
Yeah, it's the glasses.
Yeah, it's the glasses. It changes everything. It's amazing what a pair of glasses will do to your look.
Yeah, watch. See?
Yeah. Look at that.
I'm Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Superman.
Fucking look at that shit. If I take these off, I don't want to take these off because you guys will be shocked at how much longer my hair looks without the glasses.
Crazy.
Be like Bob Ross in the background.
No, I had it the other night. I spoke about it yesterday on the show with Holly. I fucking had it. The other night I decided I'm like, it's going. I had asked the people to put in a little effort and go out there and not watch on YouTube, but to download on Anchor. I mean, directed them specifically to Anchor. Please go here, subscribe to the show, download the show, go back to the site, listen to the shows on the site. Help me hit this goal. Now, the highest we ever hit on Anchor was well over 500 in a week. Okay. And we've touched close to there again, not quite. But I figured, hey, if just ask a few people, if they just go and do this just a little bit, it'll easily pop it above that. Like, and honestly, if it hit like 700 and something, I was gonna fucking do it anyway. Like, as long as the effort was made, I was gonna fucking dye my hair blue.
Well, I will say this: if you do hit 1,000 downloads in 1 month's time, I will gladly encourage you to grow your hair back out and dye it blue.
Oh yeah, no, I'd be willing to do it.
I mean, there might be like a few months delay there.
Yeah, but listen, I'd had it. I was like, fuck this. The downloads have steadily gone down since I asked people to do it. They've dropped down to like some of the lowest levels we've had.
See, there's the problem with this show. We attract listeners that are exactly like us.
Yeah.
Dumb fucks.
Yeah. Assholes.
Yeah.
We have some good listeners. I mean, we have decent.
You asked me to do something, I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll show you. Fuck you. I'm not fucking.
Tell me what to do.
Show. It's not Sunday. Fuck you. I'm not listening. That's our listeners in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's me.
I mean, I literally for the past 3 or 4 weeks have gone and looked on Anchor and have just been like, are you fucking serious? Are you guys serious? This is the lackluster effort that I've gotten. So yeah, the other night I middle of the night took all that shit off. Everything. One fell swoop. I felt better too, because the problem with the beard was whenever I was laying down in bed and going to sleep, it was just bending back up into my face. There was so much of it, and I was getting sick of it.
I think we were all getting sick of it, Chris.
Yeah, were you?
Just
I don't
saying.
give-
Yeah.
I don't
I
give a
had to
fuck.
see like 26 pictures in a row of the damn thing.
Listen, you didn't have to see anything. There's a thing called unfollow.
Eh,
You didn't have to see anything. There's a thing called unfollow. You unfollow that motherfucker. You don't have to see any of my stuff. Just like that. Poof.
Well, I'm glad you unfollowed it. Now I don't have to.
Yeah.
Unfollowed it right off your face.
Yeah, no, it's gone. I had enough. I like this better anyway. For one, I think my glasses look better on me this way.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
but,
Yeah.
without all the fucking.
Yeah. The other way, you look like you should have like a fucking corncob pipe or something.
The other way, I look like I should fucking be in a cabin in the woods sending people bombs in the mail.
A fucking hillbilly.
Jesus Christ.
I was thinking a crab boat or some shit, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody had said that I should be in down East Maine with one of those yellow rain slickers out on a fishing boat or a lobster boat.
You probably fit right in your community, I'm sure.
Mm-mm.
Walking down the street, put a rain slicker on, you'd be fine.
In Maine, dude, do I look like I on a normal day, me as I am? Do I look like I blend here?
I don't know.
I'm from here, but do I look like I blend here?
I've never been there.
Yeah.
Just stereotyping.
We're kind of at a loss here.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe Maine. It's
a pretty terrifying place, according to everything I've read.
Yeah, lately, Jesus Christ, drive-by shootings, fucking.
Yeah.
Oh God, like execution style, fucking shootings in the fucking Walmart parking lot. This place, stabbings up the street from where I live. It's crazy.
But no coronavirus yet.
Listen, we killed the coronavirus.
Hey, I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Matt's afraid that if you talk about it, you'll get it.
Yeah. What do you not want a hypochondriac with panic disorder to hear? That the coronavirus is in his fucking hometown.
Well,
so now that that's happened, I don't want to talk and joke about the coronavirus anymore.
Oh.
If you
no
need
longer funny.
if you need any supplies, Matt, I could probably hook you up.
Yeah. Steve's gonna have
no extra cost to you.
Yeah, he's gonna have an influx of stuff coming back from Amazon.
Not coming back. I didn't say anything again. What are you, crazy? Not that stupid.
Nah. What the fuck is jet sex? Steve's mic is up. Chris's mic is down. Steve is into black fat ones. Steve, you're into black fat ones.
I guess.
Yeah.
Microphones. Like, see the phallic imagery of the microphones?
Yes, I got that.
I think we all got it, Matt.
Oh, because I was thinking volumes. I was like, how are their mic volumes up? Well, if you could see mine's kind of a dark teal and it's standing straight up. So
yeah, I thought yours might have a little bit of a curve to it.
It's got a mushroom head on it.
You know what he's talking about, Steve? No.
I was not paying attention. I was purposely ignoring the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what people are talking about when they are in our chat room.
You ever jerked off with Purell, Steve?
Yeah, Steve.
I'm gonna guess because of the alcohol content that wouldn't be very fun.
It might be kind of stimulating.
Yeah, it might wake you up.
I'm sure
it might fucking be like, woo! Might be like Ric Flair shit.
You might as well dip your dick into a vat of isopropyl.
Icy hot?
Isopropyl alcohol.
I think that's what we should do. We should have Steve wet the Sweetwater Legend and then slap it in a big vat of fucking icy hot and see how long he could go before he loses his shit.
Just hold it in there.
And I still continue to do this show.
It's
It's crazy.
Well, you know,
Listen, I'm just making
And
up like
I
hypothetical
question other
situations.
people's sanity.
you're
Listen.
making penis references with the microphone, and then the Purell's right behind you.
Yeah.
I did not make any references with the microphone.
And listen, we don't have to go with the whole Sweetwater legend. We could just dip your fucking balls in the fucking icy hot.
I'm good.
They got those icy hot patches you could just stick on there.
Yeah, just slap it on the Sweetwater legend. We might have to buy a few of them.
I wonder if there's a resale market for those right now.
For the icy hot patches?
No, I don't think so. Okay.
Huh? Maybe you could design ones that fit on people's cocks. The icy hot cock sock.
That would have been a spit take if I was drinking something. I don't know why that made me.
All you see is Shaq. New from Icy Hot.
Ooh.
That was a good reaction from you, Steve. That was the best thing I'll see all week. So yes, if anybody needs any hand sanitizer or some masks that cost, Steve,
I'm fresh out.
he's
It's probably illegal to even own that shit right now.
ATF's gonna kick in your door.
Yeah, right?
be hilarious if that happened while we're on the show. Boom! The shotgun heads against the wall. Fucking ATF.
Where's the hand sanitizer, Alcorn? We know you got it in here somewhere.
Just for the record, for folks who don't know, okay, I want to clear the air here a little bit.
Steve
It
is
is
gay.
illegal. It is illegal at the current moment to sell hand sanitizer at an inflated price to people who are suffering in a state of emergency.
That's right.
I would never do such a thing.
You would never.
Prior to a state of emergency, I may have less morals.
That's
But
right.
during a state of emergency, I would not do it. Just letting you know.
That's right. Steve may have bent his morals a little bit. And when I say bent, I mean pretty much twisted it into a fucking pretzel.
I did
Well,
not
see,
do
I'm
that.
a big proponent of supply and demand.
Yeah,
Okay,
supply and
I
demand,
get
that's
it.
all this is.
So you go to the stores and the stores are all out, but your friendly neighborhood reseller has his listed online. Why shouldn't he mark it up? He's got the supply. Now, the problem is the reason they're all out at the store is because he went and bought it all.
That's
Yeah.
not true.
You created
Oh yeah.
the market.
In some cases, yes, I agree. Not
But
all cases.
Now listen. You know what this reminds me of, Matt? This reminds me of ticket pricing.
Did you see where they're talking about like they're just gonna go fully transparent with all their fees on ticket price gouging, but they're not gonna lower any of the prices?
Oh, dude, I will not. This has totally secured me from ever going to concerts ever again. I don't care.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Their solution is like, all right, we'll tell you how much we're marketing it up, and we'll still do it.
Yep.
You want to see the show, you'll pay the price.
Yeah.
And we're gonna buy all of the concert tickets from the show. Like,
Well, here's the thing that what wound up happening in a lot of cases when it came to these musicians and their tickets, they would get bought up
yeah,
by these companies, which would inflate the prices of them, even though they technically weren't sold.
right. They have certain deals with certain, like all the time, because like, you know, I've got a teenage daughter who's always trying to go to concerts and stuff. They'll have like a deal where they'll have like a ticket pre-sale.
You can mortgage your house again, right?
Yeah. They'll have like a ticket pre-sale where like you can buy tickets before everybody else, before the tickets actually go on sale, if you're an American Express card holder, for instance.
Oh yeah.
And these companies, who are like actual companies, will go in and just buy like all the floor seats
Mhm.
and then resell them.
Yep.
And what's really horrible about it, the venues have deals with them and sell the tickets for them on the venue website.
Yes. It was a big fuck you game. Is what it was. It was a big fuck you game to the customers. And I mean, it's done nothing but inflate these prices to the point. Rage Against the Machine gets back together.
Yeah. Tell me
Alright,
how that makes sense.
You rap about the evils of fucking capitalism. Your ticket prices start at what? 125, 175 a fucking seat. Tongue my asshole. That's all I have to say about that. Like, fuck you.
Well, everything's that way now.
Yeah. And then the only thing I will say about the Rage Against the Machines tickets, anything above that, they are considered, anything that is above that price goes to charity, some type of charitable thing, which, you know,
After they make their millions.
Yeah. I'm sure that Zach and fucking the rest of the band are getting paid.
But remember, like, when they used to have these big, huge concerts for, like, causes, like Farm Aid and things like that,
Yeah.
where everything would be donated to the cause, whatever was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that anymore.
No,
And
but
even whenever you do see, like,
doesn't Willie still do Farm Aid?
I don't know if he does or not. Like, I know he actually has he's got a son or maybe two sons that also perform.
Yeah,
And
I
so,
know.
like, he's touring with them right now.
I know he's big at fighting against the corporate takeover of marijuana.
Yeah.
He's
Which he
big
should be.
fighting against like big pharma trying to take it over, which yeah, he definitely should be. But I wonder if he still does Farm Aid.
I don't know.
That makes me wonder. They did that for such a long time, dude. You remember that when we were young? Farm Aid was huge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Huge. Like that saved a lot of farmers. I'm
But
sure.
yeah, it kept a lot of families in business, that are still going today.
Yeah.
I mean, living in Oklahoma, like, everybody, pokes fun at farming and it's hokey and all that. Yeah, I get it. It's an old way of living or making a living, but like, people don't realize how much they rely on farming.
Yeah.
And it is a big deal here.
Do you mean like Tiny Mike Bloomberg?
Tiny Mike Bloomberg. Anybody can be a farmer.
Do you mean Tiny Mike Bloomberg?
Farm Aid is still a thing, by the way.
Yeah, listen, who was it? There was a reporter that reported he spent $500 million on his campaign. He could have given every American in the country $1 million.
Yeah, that's not correct math, though.
It kind of yes,
kinda,
but he could do it.
Well, yeah, but not with $500 million.
You understand what I mean? No, well, he could actually, technically, Mike Bloomberg could have given every American $1 million and set it up so that all the taxes were taken out. Because fucking Bloomberg, he's fucking got a corporation. Like, so he has access to do it all. Like, what I'm saying is, it could have been done. I will guarantee you it would have gotten him more votes than what he fucking wanted.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Brian Williams is the one that said that. And there's like 327 million Americans. Yeah. And he was saying he could save money by just giving every American $1 million.
Right.
But it's actually $1. Because there's 327 million people. So $1 to each person would be $327 million.
Yeah, well, yeah, but still, he could easily have
but
done.
He has enough money where he could have.
He could have done that, and fucking, it would have been more beneficial to his campaign, I mean, like, even if he'd given every American like whatever amount the amount is, okay, not $1, but whatever the amount is, you know.
Mm.
Like seriously, look at how fucking horribly he fucking did. It was dog shit performance.
Yeah.
And now you got fucking Waldorf and Statler.
I mean, you can
hollering at each other.
You can call it a joke or a point, depending on which side you fall on. But like, I saw a thing talking about how like, so supposedly the Russians influenced the last election by buying $200,000 or $300,000 worth of Facebook ads, but Mike Bloomberg spends $500 million and couldn't land 5 delegates. Like, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, Bloomberg is that whole thing was a joke. I think I said to you at one point though that I agreed. Like I saw a thing. I'm not a big Tucker Carlson guy at all. I don't like him. Excuse me. But I watched a thing where he talked about, you know, people should be scared about what Bloomberg is trying to do. Come in and just spend a shit ton of money and buy an election.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's right. Like that is something we should rally against. And I think the way that the people voted kind of did say that, you know. I don't understand going for Joe, but you know, creepy Joe. I guess whatever the Democratic Party wants, they get, I guess, at this point. I look at him like fucking goddamn casino there. There's a lot of fucking holes in the desert. God damn it, Matt. Joe Biden's gonna be fucking president. God damn it.
Apparently so.
Fuck. I mean, what the
we'll
fuck?
See. Either way, it's a wash at this point.
What the fuck? I look at it now and I'm just like, seriously? You claim to be the fucking party of change. You know, this like this diversity and change, and there's nothing. You had like so many different candidates up there that represented that. Andrew Yang, Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi's still in it.
Yeah, she's still fucking hanging on. God bless her. Like, but she ultimately she ticks all the fucking boxes. All the fucking boxes. She has military service. She's just fucking been is it a senator or a congressman? One of the two.
Senator, I think.
Yeah. She's, you know, is she multiracial or I don't fucking know what she is, but she ticks that fucking box. She's a woman. She ticks that fucking box. And what do they vote for? Joe Biden? Fucking my teeth fall out of my head. I don't know. I'm running for Senate 1 week and the fucking presidency the next. Like, I'm Joe Biden and I forgot this fucking message. That guy?
Hey, you know.
That's the dude. And we're upset that we lost Elizabeth Warren in this race. Who the fuck is upset about that?
Elizabeth Warren?
Dear fucking Christ. Like, I've never seen such a fucking bag of shit presented in my life. You know, and then they take the one fucking guy that has any heat and they piss all over him. No, let's not fucking get behind this guy who seems to have some fucking there's some fucking momentum. No, we hate him and everything about him. Like, what the fuck?
But if he plays it right, the same shit that got Trump elected could get Bernie elected.
Okay, here's the thing, and I'm gonna say it right now. If fucking Bernie is smart this time around, he will, when it's all said and done and the DNC fucks him and gives the nomination to Biden, he will fucking run on a third party ticket. That is the best thing he can do. That will be the biggest monkey wrench. That will be the biggest fuck you to the whole system that anyone has ever done since Ross Perot. Because I think Bernie could have a bigger fuck you than Ross Perot did when he ran back with what was it, Bush Sr. and Clinton. But hey, you know, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. I think that's the way to go because they're gonna fuck him again.
I mean, Maybe he'll make it to the next election.
Yeah, who knows? Who fucking knows?
Time's not on his side.
Yeah, who gives a shit? I thought there'll be weekend at Bernie's. They'll fucking hold him up.
Yeah. Well, if that actually happened, that's when they would let him win.
Yeah, once
We
he
can
was the
completely
actual
puppet him.
puppet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once he's a fucking marionette. Oh, now we can have Bernie. I'm now a Democrat. Down with socialism. That's whole fucking. It's a fucking joke. The whole fucking goddamn thing. That's my take on it. The whole goddamn thing. What is it? That Carlin said it's one big club and you ain't fucking in it.
Well, none of us are.
It's one big club and you ain't fucking in it, dude. And it's irritating. It's irritating for all of us. I don't care who you are. I don't care what side you're on. It's just it's horse shit. It irritates me to no end. I haven't seen The Color Out of Space yet, man. I've heard mixed reviews.
Would you like to hear mine?
Have you seen it?
I actually downloaded it a long time ago and didn't tell you.
Ooh, you bastard.
Well, because I know you were pretty hyped about it.
I am.
And I don't want to spoil it for you.
Well, don't spoil it. Just tell me is it any good?
I don't know if you'll like it or not. I couldn't make it through it.
Fuck.
I just couldn't.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, because I was gonna do it, rent it this past weekend, and my son and I wound up watching Saw.
I mean, I can usually sit through anything where it's like focused on Nick Cage being crazy.
Right.
It's just there's a lot of other people and other shit going on around him.
Yeah.
And it was like all that stuff that was just like, oh man.
Hard to follow.
Hard to follow and very slow and just.
Well, thankfully, my fucking Kindle gives me the ability to read awesome books all the fucking time. So,
but you might like it. You might.
I might. I don't know. Like lately, watching stuff has been very lackluster for me. Like I've been enjoying Lock and Key. I'm like on the 5th episode, I think.
Yeah,
Lock
kind
and
of
Key.
surprising because it's kind of like a young adult thing, but they put enough stuff in it to keep adults interested in it too.
Yeah, and you can see I like Joe Hill's influences, like not necessarily his father's influences.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell in like The Fireman. When I was reading that, there's a lot of like Mary Poppins references in that book.
Yeah.
So like you can see like where he's drawing from, the different stuff. Yeah. So I get it, and I know he's one of the forces behind Lock and Key. He's not everything behind it, but he's one of them. But yeah, I'm only on episode 4. I need to finish that one, and I haven't even started Altered Carbon season 2 yet. Which I was kind of looking forward to. So I don't know.
Another one I was hyped about, but I couldn't make it through the first episode of season 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure if I.
Yeah, I'm sure if I sat down and just like forced myself through it. I mean, because I have to be in like the right frame of mind to watch
Altered Carbon season 1 is one of those shows where you have to have an entire afternoon. Sit down, watch the whole thing, beginning to end. Start on one, end at the end.
And that show October Faction has my interest, but I haven't watched it.
I tried watching the first episode. I can't get through it. That one I'm having a hard time with. I'd like to like it. It seems like it'd be right up my alley. But
the imagery of the monsters seems cool.
Excuse me. Yeah.
But like sometimes whenever they show you that, it's to like draw you in to actually watch it because it actually sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like I said, I'm enjoying like reading shit lately. Like delving into shit. Like I was telling you before, I'm gonna get into Dune. It's gonna be my next thing. I know that movie's coming out this year. And they have plans to do more than one movie.
Have you seen the New Mutants trailer?
Yes. I don't know if I've seen the newest one. Did they release a new one?
I don't know. It's the only trailer I saw. It was on TV.
Yeah, there's they released one, I think it was like a month or so ago. And
Kind of weird.
and announced that they're going to go forward with it and that they're going to use that to bounce off and do the mutant, introduce mutants into the Marvel universe.
It seemed kind of weird to me because it seems to be pushing a horror angle.
Yeah, it very much is. Yeah, I like it though. I think it's very cool. I like the direction they took it in. And it could be a very interesting way for them to bounce off and do to bring back the X-Men.
And it's got what's her name?
Yeah.
You know, the young chick from
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Thing.
And it's got the girl she was in The Witch.
Yeah.
She's been in a couple of other things too.
So they'll get a good turnout in the theaters just because of that.
Oh yeah. And I guess they got Antonio Banderas is in it. I don't know if he just does a voice or what.
Seen him.
But yeah, he's got a
good for him.
A part in it. I would say
bouncing back from Zorro. You know?
Goddamn, who doesn't love Antonio, man?
Bouncing back from Puss in Boots.
I like him in that movie, that sci-fi movie he did, Automata.
Yeah,
that was a great flick. He has an awesome role in that movie.
He's not a bad actor.
No, he's a great actor. I think he got he just got typecast for a while because of what they were doing at that time in the 90s. And I think it kind of like threw his career for a loop. But yeah, he's a great actor. Unlike Steve. Steve's a horrible actor. Steve can't do ever. Steve can have the camera off. You could send him lines and you get the most fucking dead. I don't even know how to describe how his voice acting is. It's horrible.
Worst ever.
It's bad. Like you did no emotion whatsoever.
No.
I am Rock Quarry.
I am Rock Quarry.
I am Rock Quarry.
Now, in my mind, there was lots of power and emotion behind it.
Was there?
When it spoke out of my mouth,
yeah,
there was none. And
okay.
So I don't know. Sounded good to me when I was saying it.
I'm with you, Bob. Steve, I just want you to know that if you need to have any of your meth tested for coronavirus, the police at your local police department will take care of that for you.
Oh, what a great service they have.
That's a fucking awesome service. So, and if you have any meth and you need it tested,
I don't currently have any of that, but
just take it down to the police. They'll test it for you. Make sure you're safe. You don't want to run around with some meth with some coronavirus on it, Steve. They'll test it for you. They'll test it right up.
I guess that the meth is a little bit worse for you than the coronavirus is, but
Steve, I'm just telling you what the police will do for you.
But I don't do meth. I haven't had any, never will.
I know you've had people who may have been into meth stay in your place.
That has happened, yes.
So,
you might have meth in your place.
You may. There may be leftover meth.
There is none. No, zero.
Yeah. None that you know of.
It could have coronavirus.
You guys trying to swat me or some shit?
No, man.
No.
That's what it sounds like.
To you.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I think you should check and make sure you don't have any corona laced meth in the house. It could be dangerous for you.
I've done the checking. There ain't any here.
Yeah, you've done all the checking. Any updates on that, Steve? No updates.
She was released from jail.
Okay.
Pending trial. That's all I know.
Okay. On her own recognizance.
Yeah, sadly enough.
That she had recognizance.
Yeah, Noel, her recognizance isn't very good. Other than that, I have no idea where she's at or what she's doing. Or we'll get another notification in the mail of when we have to appear. That's all I know.
In court again?
I'm sure. At least once more, probably twice.
Fucking hell. You gotta love that shit. Gotta love it.
It is what it is.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It is what it is. It's a very strange system.
Like, it's funny that you have to go to court to be like, "Yep, she stole our car."
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
You know what they're going to ask you, and it's been the same question everybody's asked me up to this point. Legal, in a legal profession of some sort. Did you give her permission? No. Okay. That's the whole fucking.
The definition of stealing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you give her
Did
permission?
not have permission.
I don't understand.
But that's the whole conversation.
My thing with the whole thing is that at this point, though, is like you've been like probably deposed. You've probably had to, give like testimony, not testimony like in front of a judge, but you've probably been like interviewed, so on and so forth. Like, I don't understand why they can't just like depose you like outside of trial. Just take that. Okay, Mr. Alcorn did not give, Mr. and Mrs. Alcorn did not give this woman permission. We have this deposition that says this, so that you don't have to fucking fuck up your life to go to court that day. You know what I mean? Like, just to say that one thing.
I could be buying more Purell or something.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. And not selling it for an insane
not
markup.
selling it at all, ever. I could tell you, if I were to have done that,
you would have made how much per bottle?
It depended on the bottle. But if I were to have done that, I can tell you in the future, I will not. So,
yeah. In the future?
In the future.
In the future.
Maybe.
Yeah, depending upon the circumstances, what you're saying?
Depending upon the circumstances.
I hear you, Steve. I hear you, bub.
Yes.
I know what you're saying.
But what if I don't want the right to? If I don't go to court, though, and then she can, I don't know if that means that she gets off. I have no idea. So.
Well.
But I don't want to go.
Are you taking her to court, or is it the...
I didn't. They didn't give me a choice. So
yeah, he's got to go. Just the whole thing just seems kind of foolish.
The subpoena said you are required to appear. So I didn't have a choice.
That's funny. If you don't go to court, you get a warrant.
Yeah,
like you could go to jail for not going to court over your car being stolen from you.
Yeah,
sounds
fun shit. Fun shit. Yeah, and the colonel can just fucking suck a dick, colonel. If that's not your, if that's your thing, you like that, then, whatever, like, is horrible to you. Because we don't care. I'm saying there should be an easier way. She has the right to face her accuser. She walked out of his house and stole his car. She's a cunt.
She didn't want to face me. She didn't want to face me that day.
Yeah.
Inmates use telecourt all the time in the system.
Yeah.
To see judges. So why can't he Skype into the courtroom?
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Why can't Steve do it from fucking home?
We'll get a little StreamYard going.
Yeah.
Google Hangout.
I do Google Hangouts with you motherfuckers all day long.
We'll just stream the show.
Yeah. We'll do it live.
Character witnesses right here.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. He did fleece the community by upcharging for
a long time too. Yes, Yowie Channel Central. You're gonna have to go back. I talked about this earlier in the show. What's the story in the lack of my hair?
He tried to dye it blue and it fell out.
That's not what happened, Steve. Oh. Don't you tell the people fucking lies.
Fake news.
Like you did about the Purell.
I didn't tell anybody anything about anything.
Like all the money you were making hand over fist.
I didn't make it. Yeah, there was no.
We lost Katie. Oh, that's okay.
Pissed her off.
It was probably my lack.
Well, she did get new internet this week or last week. So I don't know if she's having any issues with that. But yeah, she. I'm hoping that because of that we'll get better production skills out of her. Oh, she's back. Look at that. She made it back.
The producer.
Everything going okay over there? You're muted, Katie.
Just some fumbles with new internet.
So that's what I told everybody. I said she just got new internet. It probably got fucked up a little bit. Everything's good.
With great internet comes great responsibility, Katie.
That's right. Much like Spider-Man's powers, having great internet. Now you have to use those
And-
forces for good.
Don't drag the Ethernet cord out to the duck pond.
Yeah. How are the ducks anyway? Did they go on your ARG journey?
They're freshly spring, so they're out roaming.
Oh yeah. That's right too. They're out looking for fucking food and shit. I'm sure. From either other people or from around the pond or lake, whatever the fuck you live on. I don't know what it is you live on. But yeah, to get into our topic of the night, alternate reality games. I don't even think I said the title of the show tonight. Alternate reality games. I sent Katie down a rabbit hole that she was not. I don't think she was prepared for it. It was not what I think she said. It was not my wheelhouse at all. And it wasn't mine either. When I came across it, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It's one of those things where you definitely have to buy into it. You can't go into it and be like, "Oh, this is completely fake." Like you have to go into it having some sort of not belief in it, but suspension of disbelief. It's kind of like going into a movie. You just you let go of a few things so that you can enjoy the story. These alternate reality games are the same. Now, Matt, you said you participated in a couple of these.
Yeah, just the marketing.
Side of it, yeah.
Like Heroes, the television series that came out. There was one for it where they set up a website.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Right. And you go and
did you save the cheerleader?
Funny enough, you're not one of the heroes. You're one of the agents trying to kill them.
Oh.
Yeah, it's real weird. They set up like the company front, and
they're trying to hire you like Cicada 330.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Like the company front in the television series was called Primatech Paper.
Right, it was a paper
and they
company,
set up like a fake website for it that looked like a real company website, and you'd go to it and you'd fill out a job application, and you were either accepted or denied. I don't know if anybody was actually denied. But then they would start texting you, messages and stuff, involving the TV show or the story, the backstory to the TV show and stuff like that. Usually on nights the TV show was coming on.
Right.
It wasn't real in depth past that. It was just
I remember I kept up with the online comic book that they were doing.
Yeah.
And what some of that was done by Michael Turner.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
I know. Yeah, there's some really good artwork that was done there. And I kept up with that because that gave you some like side stories for heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond what was going on the show. And a lot of times it like tied back into Isaac, who was doing the comic book in the show.
Right.
That was a very cool show, and it's too bad that it hit when it did. It hit right before the writer's strike. The writer's strike destroyed that show.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
it hit right before the comic book craze.
And it just died on the fucking back burner. And it's too bad because they had a great story. They had a cool premise. And
great cast.
Great cast. And they fucked it right in the
everybody on that show went on to bigger things,
Yeah. Except for what? Hayden Panettiere.
No, she was the star of
now?
Nashville. Like there was a series called Nashville. It was like a huge hit on like
Oh,
ABC.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought she fell off the face of the planet.
She got knocked off the face of the earth by her husband a couple of
times. I know like Milo Ventimiglia, he's been in a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
The dude that played his brother, I don't know if he's gone on to do much of anything. Greg Grunberg, of course, he's been all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Like he does everything.
What's her name? Ali Larder? Is that her name?
Oh, yeah.
She's been in everything.
Yeah. That comic book and the other stuff that was going on with that was definitely like part of that whole alternate reality game type thing.
And then there is also one that I was involved in that surrounded the movie Cloverfield. And that one was pretty in depth and probably went way farther than I ever followed it.
Yep.
They had multiple websites set up.
Yeah, but I remember Blair Witch did that. When on Sci-Fi they released those documentaries, those fake documentaries.
Yeah. And Cloverfield had like online codes and stuff that you'd have to decipher. And
did you get out your decoder ring?
I can't remember how it worked exactly. You would go to different websites, I think, and find different hidden clues, and you'd have to go back and enter them in the code. And it was a pretty elaborate deal.
Yeah.
Because you remember whenever Cloverfield came out, when the marketing started, it was all like classified Cloverfield. You know?
Oh yeah.
What is Cloverfield? And nobody knew.
And they weren't releasing any images of the monster.
Yeah.
Like J.J. Abrams was good with that shit.
Yeah.
He was really good with marketing movies by giving people just a little bit.
Yeah.
He had a couple of swing and misses. I think Super 8 was one of the biggest swing misses fucking movies of his career. Like I tried watching that movie, couldn't do it. But he's good at that. He did it with the Star Trek movies very well, I thought. And I think he did it very well with the couple of Star Wars movies that he's done. And I think he's good at that.
But he's one of those guys that came into Hollywood and just bent it over and went to town.
Yeah.
And made it his bitch. Because J.J. Abrams is at that point, that James Cameron level, where I can do whatever project I want to now.
I can say yes or no.
Yeah.
Then that's so I'd like to see some project. I don't want them to go back and redo Heroes. Like fuck that shit. Leave that shit alone. Just leave it the fuck alone.
Don't let it be an experience that some of us got to enjoy when it was around, and that's it.
And it's done.
There was actually another one that I thought of that I followed. I think this would count.
Okay.
Lonely Girl on YouTube. There was a YouTube channel set up. It was just a regular like teenage chick talking to the camera, vlogging about her life and everything. But what nobody knew at the time was that she was an actress and it was all scripted.
Oh, yeah. No, that would definitely be like an alternate reality.
And then it kept on going until it got to the point where like her family's involved in this secret cult and she's the chosen one that fulfills the prophecy or whatever. And she gets kidnapped, and then her friends take over her channel and they're trying to find her. And they would actually set up meets in different cities where they would the actors that were on the channel would show up and meet with fans from the channel to look for clues to find her and everything in that city.
No way.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. And it was like, at the time, like nothing anybody expected. Like nobody even knew it was fake for like a long time.
Yeah, the Blair Witch one got me. That one initially got me, and then I was like, "Oh, fuck, fuck me," and I feel like the way I got drawn into the John Teeter story was like an ARG.
Yeah,
I found an old Coast to Coast recording. Somebody gave me on CD. I listened to it. Went to the website, read through all the posts. It felt like an ARG. Like I fell into it. But to give everybody an idea, Katie did this write up. That poor girl had to do a deep dive into this stuff. There's not like anything that she's used to at all. And nor was I when I came across what it was. And I kind of knew what it was, but I didn't know that it had become a thing. But ARG stands for alternate reality game. It is also often called transmedia storytelling, which is actually a great description of what it is. But most people would not get it at all. It is a form of interactive storytelling that takes place in real time as readers or players interact with the characters by choosing a direction for the game to proceed. It is similar to an RPG role-playing game, but based more on reality and intensified by technology. It's like Black Mirror shit. The term ARG really casts a wide net. It's evolving into a wide variety of different styles, genres, and ways to play. The more it grows, the harder it is to define. In some ways, it is a creative outlet, art even. A creator can take a work of fiction and let it play out in a way that feels very real to its readers' players. A popular form of ARG is using social media to play out a story in real time. Posting nuggets of the story as they are happening, using social media for this, allows followers to comment and create a community of players interacting with the storyteller. An example of this was The Sun Vanished, played out on Twitter. The Twitter user made tweets that the sun had disappeared and was left in this dark experience, meeting strange people, lights, and noises. The creator also posted pictures, videos, and even polls to get people's opinions on what his next move should be. This played out for over a month, but ultimately ended in mystery. I watched through some stuff on The Sun Vanished. Did you watch through any of that stuff, Katie, on that? That was the fucked up one.
I did. It was weird, and I was disappointed that there was no resolution.
Well, so like this guy like says that the sun's vanished, it's gone. Then there's like this televised event, like it looks like it's on CNN. Am I right?
Yes, it was like a really realistic newscasting, and while he's watching
the sun
it,
is gone.
yes, everything's dark.
Yeah, like all this shit. So, and then like all of a sudden he starts seeing all these strobe lights everywhere. And if he sees like the red one will fucking turn you into this fucking zombie-like person.
Yeah, and there's a dude standing out his door for like 2 days, just standing there staring. And then he comes and knocks on his door.
Yeah, and they post all the videos to this, like these little snippet videos of what's going on. I mean, that's the one that got me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what am I watching? And then the other one that I gave you, which I think you go into next in the thing, is Chris Vids 21. All right. So I checked this one out too. It's another similar example of this played out on YouTube. Chris posted a video about exploring a mysterious part of the woods where he found someone's camera. The camera contained weird pictures and video of the surrounding area he had been exploring. Chris posts his exploration into the mystery where he gets nosebleeds, nausea, and even hears gunshots. His final video shows him walking off into the woods by himself where he seemingly disappears, but one of his friends picks up the story and begins to explore the mystery of Chris and his videos, much in the same way Chris was doing. But after a final post about getting scared away from the scene, nothing about Chris or this story has ever been posted again, leaving it a mystery. Another form of ARG gaining in popularity are monthly subscription games. You receive a box every month and material to keep you involved. For example, Hunt a Killer lets you play the active role of a murder detective. Every month you get new evidence and clues to help you solve the mystery. And Katie put a little thing down at the bottom to explain the difference that augmented reality is not alternate reality. Alternate reality is like your VR headsets, shit like that. Whereas this is something that you let go of. You suspend some disbelief and dive into this story. But I mean, I found these things and I was like, what the fuck? People do this shit? Although then I realized that I kind of do too, to a degree, but I just don't dive into it too deep. And I said to Katie before the show, like, if I can scrounge up enough, I might like have her play like one of these fucking games, these murder mystery games for a couple of months, so we can fucking see what it's like. Check it out. I think that would be kind of fun.
It'd be super fun.
Yeah. Is that the ducks?
Yes. No, actually, I think it's geese. The geese are coming in.
Don't you know the difference?
I don't know the difference. I'm not a fucking listen.
Come on.
Unlike Mike Bloomberg, I don't understand the differences in waterfowl. As he obviously did, knowing so much about farming and living on the out in the world. I'm sure like he got out and did a lot of that outside of his mansions. I'm sure he did. What do you think about that, Matt?
Think of there's a wealthy person listening.
Who wants
I would love to create one of these.
to create a murder mystery game?
No, just
just some
an
sort.
ARG.
Well, isn't just like every Bigfoot story we see posted to the internet like that? We follow people
yeah.
all the time.
No, seriously,
No,
yeah.
it was actually something that me and a friend of mine at one time discussed doing in the Bigfoot world, but we decided that like if it was ever known
You'd get
somehow
chewed
that
up
it
and
was
spit
us, it would just kill us, like, oh, that was a hoax. But we wanted to create, fake personas and build a website and a YouTube channel and just like gradually trickle out this information until, we become these Bigfoot hunters, and we're posting our videos online for people to follow along and stuff. I thought it was a fun idea, but can't do it.
I've thought about it myself. I mean, I think we've all talked about doing something like that in the past, but I didn't know there was a genre for it. I didn't know there was a thing.
Oh yeah.
It goes on, Steve. It happens.
People do it.
Well, in the Bigfoot world, it's called a hoax. But outside of the Bigfoot world, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, I mean, a lot of these people.
It's called telling a story.
Yeah.
A lot of these people we've been following for years, who we know can't even believe what they're saying themselves, are doing the same thing. In essence, it's an alternate reality game that they're playing on everybody. Well, maybe they're unwitting.
I would say that delving into this made me realize how much of this type of stuff I get sucked into.
Yeah, totally. I feel like that whole M cave thing, when I researched that for you,
Oh yeah.
I dove so deep into that, and I'm still like following one of the dudes that was doing that. And now I look at it and I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah,
I think that was an ARG.
You went deep.
I did.
Yeah.
There's a lot of YouTube channels set up on that premise now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
There was a guy, I can't think of his name, but pretty much everybody saw at least one of his videos. And it's a video where he gets into an argument with his dad, and his dad takes all of his video games out in the backyard and runs over them with a lawnmower.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That video went viral. That whole thing was part of a year-long script that he was performing.
Right.
And then after it was done, he told everybody, and then he said, and this is the next one I'm going to do, and like started this next project, with a different storyline behind it. And there's several channels out there that are set up like that, where they're designed to suck people in because people see them and they think that it's real, and like, oh my gosh, that's
what's
crazy.
he doing to his kid? That poor
like,
kid.
how can he talk to his kid like that? And it's just part of a scripted show that they're performing.
You ever see that video of the kid who they gave him this beat up old truck for his birthday and thought he'd be happy, and he like throws a fit? You ever see that one?
Mm-mm.
That was the same thing. It was all scripted. And it wasn't the first time. It's like the freak out video genre.
Yeah.
But he did a lot of videos like that. And it was all scripted, but it's got millions and millions of views because people don't know it's scripted.
Steve, you ever see that video, the Mr. Hands with the guy with the horse? Except the script went a little wrong.
I don't even want to see that video, apparently.
No, you don't. I'm sorry. That was my dark sense of humor coming out, Steve. Sorry, buddy. No, you don't want to see the Mr. Hands video. I want you to stay away from the Mr. Hands video. If you think the stuff that was going on with Purell was bad, Steve, the Mr. Hands video is worse.
I'll stay away.
That's an alternate reality game that you do not want to play.
Thanks for the warning.
But no, the John, I think my biggest one would be the John Teeter thing. I definitely, that was my version early on of an alternate reality game. My roommate came home. He was like, "Hey, somebody at work gave me this CD. It's got an old Coast to Coast episode on it. You need to check this out. This guy's on there talking about this time traveler." Like, okay. So I fucking pop it in. I'm listening. And I get done with that. I immediately go to johnteeter.com. Start going through the posts. One by it took me days. Like I literally would I go to work. I'd think about it all day at work. Think about it. Or was I working at that time, or was I can't remember if I was on unemployment. It might have been when I was between sales jobs. But I literally for days was reading the posts that he had made on message boards. And that was my version of an ARG. I went deep. It was all over. Like there were no more posts to read. People were just making speculations about things at that point. Excuse me. But I went deep. I went fucking far. I've never done one of these. Although, like I said, I would like to, because Katie's right into that murder mystery shit. I'd love to pay to have her play one of those fucking games for a couple of months and see what it's like. That would be cool. But this, those types of things, like, it's so weird that we get into them, but then we look at these other things that people are doing and we're like, oh, that's weird that they do that. But then when we're like, oh, wait, we do the same shit, just with something else, you know? So I think it's a very interesting medium. I wonder where it'll go in the future. You know, if people will still be doing it, still trying to tell these strange little stories using social media, or if it's just going to go in a completely different direction. You know, more like these subscription-based things where
I think they'll get more elaborate.
They could very well. Very well get far more elaborate. I like what people are doing. It makes people creative. I mean, throw some shit at me. Now, the sun vanished thing, if I had probably sat down and actually gone through the posts, you know, and it probably would have taken me on a little bit of a trip. I watched a video about it where somebody goes through the stuff, you know, but I could definitely see that being like a story, you know, especially if you were following along with the posts as they were happening. You know, I'm sure you could fall into that a little bit. But like, you know, we were saying we've all fallen into it, like with Bigfoot stuff, with the UFO stuff.
There's kind of one going on right now. On especially on Twitter and Facebook about some tourist destination, some islands that don't actually exist, but somebody keeps on putting out these like real like tourist guide, like come see, you know, whatever, come visit this for your next vacation. And it's got a website and everything. I just found it recently. And nobody knows what it is or who's doing it. All we know is that the place doesn't actually exist and that the photos they're using are of this other place, but people are trying to figure it out. And that's how most of these get started.
And Steve Alcorn's bank account is getting fat from tickets to this place.
$9.95.
It's Steve's version of fucking Firefest.
But see, the one about the sun vanishing, I think, is especially cool because it's done where it's like out the gate, you know, you have the option of like, okay, I'm not being had.
Right. I can go outside and look. The sun's here. The sun's outside. Yeah, okay.
But you know that there were people on the internet that were like, guys, come on, this is bullshit. The sun's out. I can see the sun right now.
Yeah.
You know,
like, they can't just let go.
Yeah.
It's like I hate to call out people because the people that really, you know, a lot of times are the people that really interact on the like page. But I posted this thing about how the old CD tape scam with Columbia House and shit. This is how we all started fucking up our credit.
Yeah.
And one of the first comments, the only comment I think was, how does this pertain to credit? You paid for that with a check. There was no credit involved. And I'm like,
really?
Okay, person who doesn't get the joke. You know, like there's always those people that can't just look at something and go, "Oh, yeah. Oh, bad life choices." You know? Like they have to analyze every little fucking thing about something. But in order to do these things, in order to get into these games or these stories, you have to let go. And you have to just go into it. Let it go. Be with the happy little trees and Bob Ross. You know, let it go. Enjoy the story. And like you were saying, Matt, like with the sun vanish right out of the gate, you know, this is a story. This isn't like there's not a dude out there who's scared that the sun vanished.
Right. And if he is, he needs some serious help. And
A quiet place. People are not running around because aliens can only hear them. Like it's the same type of shit. Just enjoy it. But I think it would be cool if we could find a cool one, and pay to have Katie do it. I think we should find one that's Cthulhu based though, so we can make it more Fortean. Do they have a cryptid one?
I don't know if they do. They have a cool.
The only one I've seen was probably the most popular one because it was like advertised. You know?
I know Kevin Smith was advertising one for a while.
Like, we'll definitely do some research.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I'd like to, if we could find one that's like I said, like that's Lovecraftian style, like that's kind of creepy, horror-ish. I'd rather have her do something like that.
Yeah.
But now, Katie, I know we've got our list of stuff for like this is like us doing our on-air show meeting, people. So you just have to fucking live through it. You had mentioned a house of horror or something that you wanted to do a show on.
Yes, the McCamey Manor.
McCamey Manor. Okay, I'm gonna write it down right now. McCamey Manor. Okay, so I want to add that into the list of stuff we're gonna do.
Cool. I've been looking into that a lot lately.
So why don't we put it? We've got we're doing mentalism next week.
Yes.
Then the Tic Tac UFO.
Yes.
Why don't you put it after the Tic Tac UFO, but before Harold Shipman?
All right.
I don't know if you should put anything before Harold Shipman.
Well, you know, if you want it to be gone, then you should put it before Harold Shipman, especially if it's an old person. He liked to knock off the old people, Steve. Good old Harold. Good old Harold. He had a pill problem. He's a good one. Have you ever looked into him, Katie?
No.
No, you're going to like that one. We'll find, there's a couple other ones. There was a nurse that I wanted to go into with that one who was killing babies.
Oh, yes. I know that one.
And there's another one I wanted to go into beyond those two. But yeah, we'll definitely do McCamey Manor after the Tic Tac UFO, but before Harold Shipman. Because I know Matt and I talked about that one. Pretty sure it wasn't that he had a wealth of knowledge about it, but he knew something about that one.
It's been an evolving story over like a decade now, so.
Yeah, you said like people are like alleging like abuse.
Oh yeah, it's totally way more fucked up than it originally appeared. It was in a bunch of cool little documentaries, and it's been popular. But
Matt, I know you're muted, so you might be busy. But didn't they have? Weren't they on like some TV shows, not just documentaries? The McCamey Manor.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He's had a lot of publicity.
Yeah. But there's, I mean, from my understanding, that one's not the worst one out there.
Right. And I think if we're going to delve into that, we should try to find out what some of the other ones are.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into any other ones, but I would definitely be willing to. I haven't.
Yeah. Because I know that was one that you brought up to me that you want to do.
Yeah, I've just
So I wanted-
recently, just here in the past couple months, there's been a lot of people from his camp speaking out against him. So I've been diving into that. But
Yeah. No, definitely put it in for 3 weeks out, and we'll look into trying to find some other ones that we can delve into and look into what if there's some worse ones, like Matt was saying, there's some ones that are allegedly worse than him.
yeah,
But I'm down. I'd meant to tell you to put it in the list, but I wasn't sure where I wanted to put it in. I know that I did start the Steve Culls book.
Ooh.
Yes, I
Yes.
started reading the Steve Culls book, and Katie's going to get a copy of that, and I'm not sure when we're going to put that in the mix, but that will be at some point. He'll be coming back on to promote that, and that's the Sasquatch playbook. But I started that today. Started taking some notes. I let Steve know that, not you, Steve, the other Steve.
Oh,
I let him know that I had started reading it and that Katie was going to read it and that we plan on having him back on to talk about that. So we will figure out when we're going to put that in the mix too, Katie. I just don't know when. But let me know when you get your copy and then we'll compare notes.
yes, I'm going to order it tomorrow.
Okay. But yeah, next week, mentalism. We'll
probably
do.
the only 2 books Steve sold.
Just
messing with you, Steve.
I'm sure he does all right.
Yeah, he does all right. He wouldn't have wrote another one if he didn't do all right.
I'm sure he does all right. He goes into some, how he got into, the different things that got him into the Bigfoot phenomenon and some earlier stuff in his life and how he started out or wound up in the career that he's in, which I thought was kind of interesting. But yeah, I'm definitely delving into it, and I'll take some notes, and we'll go over it. But I know that's in the future too. It'll be kind of like an ARG, Steve. Yeah, you could join in if you want. You want to read it? You want to read
How
along?
much does it cost?
The book club?
How much does it cost?
I don't know, $19.99.
Oh God, no!
You just made plenty of money on alleged sales.
I'm not admitting to anything.
He broke even.
He broke you.
I did.
I think you got enough to go out and buy Steve's book. I mean, come on.
I think I've been Steve Culls' friend long enough that he should give me one.
Throw
Just
Steve
saying.
Culls a bone. What are you doing out there, Alcorn? All this fucking stuff you do.
I'm a cheap bastard.
You are a cheap bastard. I will fucking attest to that shit. You are a cheap motherfucker. I still don't have a Nintendo DS, 3DS in my hands. Still don't to this day. Don't have
You
one.
didn't want one anymore.
That's right. I don't. Not from you. I'll
So I
find
have
one.
one right. I have one right here.
Do you?
Right on the other side of my laptop, right there.
That's okay. I'm good. I'm gonna go hit some fucking yard sales this summer.
Pink.
I'm gonna fucking show you 3 of them. I'm gonna be like, I fucking use all 3 at the same time.
And the
That's
next
right.
3 I'm gonna find is gonna get put on eBay and sold. So,
Yeah, I probably look for some to sell, but I would like to find one if I can this summer. I'm actually looking forward to going out to mostly to look for books because I did get some awesome deals on like Stephen King horror books because where I live in Maine, a lot of people have older copies of those books from earlier in their life that they've just been sitting on and sitting on and sitting on that they put out at a yard sale. So I made some good money off one of my purchases at one of the yard sales last year.
it makes sense. People in Maine would have Stephen King books. I mean,
Yeah. Well, the
sure, I'm
one of the
pretty sure it's a requirement to live there.
one of the used bookstores that I frequent, the guy I've told Matt many times, has some amazing like editions of Stephen King's novels, the hardcovers, like the Dark Tower series, just beautiful covers and he's got some signed copies and shit. I love going in there. Absolutely love going in there and checking that shit out. And he's got a great like fantasy science fiction section in the back. Plus he's got a lot of the old pulp novels. Or a whole section of just everything's in plastic, all lined up, just rows and rows of the old pulp fiction novels. murder mysteries, like horror, science fiction, everything. Just tons of it that you can pour through. It's crazy, but it is one of my favorite places to go. The other one is it's called the Main Book House, and it's up in Oxford by the right past the casino. It's either right before the casino or right past it. I can never remember. I think it's past it.
The general vicinity of the casino.
The casino, yes, Steve.
Yes.
And they always do they theme their entrance. So every time you go in, it's different. Like one time I went in, it was all Wizard of Oz stuff. One time I went in, it was all like Harry Potter, wizard shit going on. Another time I went in, it was all gardening. Like they had everything set up for gardening. They have like glass cases and stuff where they set everything up, and they theme it just the very entrance of the building, and then you can go through all the other shit. And I love that type of stuff. So I look forward to that place because they have a tent outside in the summertime with a bunch of cheap shit in it. You can make money on that, Steve.
You can.
You
Absolutely.
can make money on that shit. That's what I say, Steve. Make that money. Fucking pump it. Boom.
Except with Perel. Don't make your money.
Don't pump the
Don't do it.
Perel. Don't stay away from that. Do not bundle two things of fucking antiseptic hand gel and sell that for like $80 on Amazon.
Oh, come on, I wouldn't do that. Well,
No one would do anything like that.
I didn't do that.
No, but nobody would do
$79.99 maybe.
Yeah, he never rounded off.
$79.99 maybe.
No, I didn't go that. I didn't go that route.
No, you went.
It was an ethical.
It was more
price gouger.
expensive for Steve. He went 125 because that bitch was selling it 100.
If I were to be a price gouger, I'd be an ethical price gouger.
Yeah, ethical.
Yes.
I don't believe you at all. At all. You won't even go out and spend $20 on Steve Cull's book.
$20.
It's not that he wouldn't spend the money. He just knows that he's not going to spend $20 on it because he won't read it.
Yeah,
No.
does he have an audiobook version?
Oh, Jesus Christ! It's fucking
I
Steve
might
Cull.
listen to it.
You want me to read my version and then send you the audio?
No.
You want me to read the book to you?
No.
Yeah, we'll do it like every night.
Mm-mm.
We're getting a hangout. Me and Matt will take turns.
You
I think it's a great, Steve. I think it's a great idea. Yeah, we'll tuck. Well, no, we can't tuck you in because we're not there.
Virtual.
What we'll do is we'll have Marsha participate. So what
Yeah,
we'll do,
she'd be up for that, sure.
yeah, no, absolutely. And Matt and I will read you your bedtime story, and she can tuck you in, get you a little warm glass of milk.
Or you could just have her read the book to you in bed and skip us having to do it.
Yeah. Then you could just enjoy some time with your wife and the Sasquatch playbook.
Yeah, because that's a good time.
Whatever has to happen to avoid me having to read the book.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, if we can just avoid me having to do anything that involves reading you that book, Steve, I'd appreciate that. So if your wife could read it to you.
Is the Kindle version's $20?
I don't even think there is a Kindle version. There might be.
Why should
He has a PDF of it, he said. He can just send it to you.
Yeah, I can send you the PDF, dude.
Mm.
Don't worry about it. Calm down, you skinflint.
For $10.
Yeah. $10 payable to my PayPal.
But if I trade you a bottle of Perel and we'll call it even.
Well, and then
you'll be on the better end of that.
And maybe I'd give Steve Cull's $5 out of that $10 that you give me. No, dude, you're on the show. Of course, you fucking read the book. If you want to read it. If you don't want to read it, then fuck you.
Fuck me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Which also translates to he doesn't want to read the book.
No, he doesn't care about the fucking book. I, on the other hand, will actually read the fucking book So, yeah. So
I got halfway through Ryan's book. I should be able to get.
I don't know how the
3/4 of
fuck
way
you did that.
through Calls.
Because it's fucking 6 pages. And 3 of
I
them you
even-
color yourself.
Yeah.
It's a fucking paint by number.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write a choose your own adventure Bigfoot book.
Be probably a good
Dude,
idea.
that's the shit. There is a choose your own adventure Bigfoot book.
Hmm.
That's one of the first ones they released. It was the abominable
No. I'm talking about
Pacific Northwest Bigfoot.
like writing a choose your own adventure nonfiction Bigfoot book.
Do you go with the cat lady's DNA study?
Does Matt continue to research? In the page. Does Matt not continue to research? Please flip to the final page.
Go fuck yourselves. The end. Every end is go fuck yourselves. The no, yeah, that'd be fun. Choose your own adventure book. Oh, Katie's back again. Katie, we keep losing Katie with her internet. You get brand new internet and you can't use it. Your computer's like, what is this? What is this sorcery?
It's too much, man.
Hillbilly problems, I tell ya.
Oh shit. But yeah, so I think we should definitely try to find a cool murder mystery game for Katie to play.
Yeah, I'd be all over that for sure. I got a dry erase board and a cork board.
Fucking be putting up fucking shit.
Hell
She'll
yeah.
have like people's pictures up. I know who did it.
Get some yarn.
Got all the string going.
Yeah, connect the dots.
She'll be like fucking Charlie on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I would love that.
Yeah, it'd be fucking great. I think it'd be fun to, especially like I said, if we can find one that kind of has a Fortean slant to it.
Yeah, totally.
And like I said, do it for like a few months so that like you really get into it, not
And
just
if we can't find one, if we could invent one and sell it.
yeah on the internet.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. We know a guy who does like Amazon stuff like that. We know a guy.
Like I have an idea.
That would be fun.
He looks like a deer in headlights right now. But we know a guy. Are you still afraid because of the Purell stuff, Steve? Are you just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could sell any of that shit.
No, I'm not afraid of anything.
Let me talk to my attorneys first.
I have no attorneys.
What you don't know about is this week's upcoming garage sale that he's having.
Oh, with
There'll
Purell
probably be something like that this summer.
You think so?
Sure.
Do it now. Nobody can stop you from marking it up in your driveway.
Oh yes, they can.
Oh yeah, they can. Yeah, they could come after him for that.
No, because there's no shortage in the state of Ohio.
Yeah,
there is in California, Washington State, New York, and
there's
Florida.
other places where people are frantically trying to buy it.
Well, when I say there's no shortage, most of our shelves are clean, but not all of them. I found Purell today.
Yeah,
wasn't even trying.
I got Purell right up there.
Yeah.
You just fucking squirt a little bit on my hand. Oh, it's all good.
I wouldn't.
I'd rather go out into the sink and wash my hands with
telling people that shit.
Antibacterial
your
soap.
fucking door down
For my Purell.
Yes.
Listen, I've got security. I don't fuck around.
Good security.
I don't fuck around down here. Gotta have the security.
I've rented a Rottweiler.
That's right. I think I don't worry about people coming and stealing my hand sanitizer. I don't worry about that shit. Good old fucking Pablo down in the front steps. That's right. Keeps track of everything. You know what I mean, Steve.
Gotcha.
You got me.
I do.
That's right. Steve doesn't keep security at his house, or else his car would not have been stolen.
Security failed me.
Your security failed you.
Yes.
Your stepson failed you.
No, he had nothing to do with it. I
thought
have
that they
had-
were friends.
They were. Not anymore, I'm hoping.
Well, yeah, let's hope. Let's hope that he's still not fucking friendly with the miscreant. I can't believe that happened to you, Steve.
It's just another addition to the story that is me.
I know. Someday, maybe, you'll get what's due you in the world.
Oh, I'm not sure whether
I
hope
think
that
he's
happens
gotten
or
it.
Katie said that it's Gabby's birthday today. She's not in the chat, but our resident peckerhead Gabby it's her birthday. I didn't know that. I am friends with her on Facebook. I don't think it came up. Let me check what we got here. Check my Facebook out. Yeah, see what we got for people's birthdays today. It's like what's that? The celebrity birthdays.
How do you even check that?
It's at the top of your page.
There's a way.
Yep, it's Gabby's birthday today. So happy birthday, Gabby.
It's at the top of the
give you
page.
shit because you talk about people doing naughty things to your vagina in our chat room.
I don't have that.
You don't have
to
what?
see where it says check somebody's
At the
birthday.
very top.
I see where.
At the very top of if I go to facebook.com, the wall at the very top, I have What's on Your Mind, Christopher. Right next to it, it says birthdays, Jevin Moore and 9 others.
Nothing. Oh, Gabby, right there. I see it. Okay. Yeah, I got it. And
Now you got it?
Who's the other one?
I don't know.
Her and Jevin share a birthday.
Oh, Jevin. Yeah, Jevin's the other one.
Well, happy birthday, Jevin.
That's right.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jevin.
Maybe you two should hook up. You'd be star-crossed lovers. Who knows?
Me and Jevin?
Well, if that's your thing. I mean,
I'm
Leslie might have a problem with that.
Hey, more the merrier.
Listen, if you can find a buddy who's down to fucking give you a little every once in a while, that's never a bad thing at on a slow night.
No.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. Steve, don't judge.
I am.
You fucking don't judge. We are an LGBTQ RST whatever friendly community here.
Well,
We're
I agree
friendly.
with that. Yes, I agree.
And sometimes we participate. Just because you don't, that's not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just because you're afraid to accept that you participate,
I'm
also sorry. Maybe someday you'll be okay with that stuff. You'll stop trying to sell things to keep yourself clean, which I think is a metaphor for, that you want to cleanse yourself, Steve. I think it is. Losing My Religion's a song, Steve. It's a fucking song.
One of my favorites.
It would be.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, I give him a fucking shovel.
Just saying. I like the song.
Digs and digs and digs.
Dude, I'm not trying to fucking break down the walls here, but here I am, totally throwing you under the bus. Well, not throwing you under the bus because I don't totally believe you're gay. I think like peripherally maybe, but
I'm not gay at all.
But anyway, you keep saying it. It's okay. I'm trying to make these jokes, and I go with the joke about the song where the guy's singing about being gay.
It's a good song.
It's a good song. And you just fucking shovel it over your shoulder. Just here I go.
Are you trying to tell me straight people aren't allowed?
I didn't say that, Steve. I'm saying I made the joke.
Yes.
Joke, and you just fucking leaned into.
It's okay because I like the song.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad. I'm sure Michael Stipe is very happy that you are pro Losing My Religion.
I am.
I think it's a good song as well.
I like everything they did.
Yeah.
Musically.
Shiny happy people.
Oh, that was great.
Fucking shiny hat. Who doesn't love shiny happy people, man? Da 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 da. I fucking love that shit. Give me that every day.
Every day.
Here we go.
I was a huge B-52s fan too.
Fucking bitch.
Love
Fucking
Shack,
tin,
baby.
tin roof, rusted, motherfucker.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I guess Gabby is here, and she says
Yeah.
thank you. Look
Did
at
we
that.
ever actually say anything like happy birthday to her?
to Gabby?
We just
What the
mentioned it.
hell?
Yeah.
said-
What is she doing with her eyes? That's I need to know. Like, what's going on there, Gabby? You're never gonna get the Sweetwater legend looking like that. That's all I'm saying.
Or like anything.
You all right over there, Steve?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you doing good? You still gonna quit smoking or vaping tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't want the Sweetwater legend.
Oh, good.
She doesn't want it, Steve. You just fucking dodged a bullet there, Bob. Dodged
No,
a
I
bullet.
didn't dodge any bullet at all.
Bullet. Listen, Gabby might be a fucking goer, Bob. You don't know.
I don't want to know.
She might fucking go right to town.
She probably would.
You don't. I mean, you can't listen. You can't fucking look a gift horse in the mouth, Steve. You seriously
I'm
can't.
going to. Well, no, I'm not going to look. I'm look at. No, never mind. I'm not going to go there. Let's put it that way.
You're the best, Steve.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
I agree.
I still wish we could have done the transgender dating game back in the day with you. It was one of my things that I wanted to do was the transgender dating game with Steve Alcorn. That was a plan. That was on the burner.
I didn't know about this plan.
Yeah, I know. I don't tell you about these things, Steve. You think I'm gonna fucking tell you? I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, well, but it wouldn't. I'm glad it didn't happen.
Well, why would you turn down the chance to date one of 3 lovely ladies?
Because none of them are ladies.
Can we just skip all that? Can we just see later on in life, after hearing about this little thing, this little fiasco, Chris and I reached the realization that I know one of these fine women. And personally, I would like just to skip the whole contest and just set you up with her.
Yeah. Yes.
That would be the winner. Like, she would have my vote. It would not be an impartial judging.
Yeah, no. I'm
in a dating game scenario, doesn't the contestant pick the winner?
Not in this case, no.
No, I think we should just set it up for you.
We should find somebody.
Listen, I'm sure she's a lovely lady with a very large clitoris, Steve. Very large. A cock, maybe. But hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, buddy. Sometimes you just got to be like, all right.
She's very nice.
Yeah, Steve. How do you know?
Because I don't want to know.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. There's a problem here, Steve. There's a problem. There's a problem. It's all right. We'll fix it. We'll find a way. Life will find a way. Like Jeff Goldblum says, life will find a way. This whole thing is dangerous, what we do here, Steve, but life will find a way. And the Fortean Slip will find a way to make you participate.
It's not going to happen.
I like the t-shirt, by the way, Steve.
My Mothman t-shirt.
I like the t-shirt. I like where we're going with this. Are we saying Mothman Festival?
I'm saying this t-shirt was at the thrift store and it was really cheap.
I think what this t-shirt says.
Hey, he's dropping hints.
I think that the next time, maybe not this year, because we have plans this year. But maybe we should plan on going to the Mothman Festival and taking mushrooms, Steve.
No mushrooms.
You can. Okay. All right. How about this? I will compromise. How about
Chris will take the mushrooms.
Yes. Go to the Mothman Festival.
That's acceptable.
You have to dress up kind of like the Mothman.
But just kind of.
And I will take mushrooms and we can film you chasing me around Point Pleasant.
No,
I'm too
you
old to
dress
run
up
now.
like the Mothman, and Steve will be the man in black.
No, listen, I can't be in a fucking costume on mushrooms. I'll sweat my ass off. There's no way. No fucking way. But yeah, I think it'd be
I
fun.
like the idea. I like almost all of it, except the part with the mushrooms, the costume,
Hey,
the
listen, you don't have
Mothman,
to
and the
take
festival.
you don't have to take the mushrooms. I do. All you gotta do is be there. Chase me around. Get filmed. I think it's a good idea.
In like West Virginia.
Yes, Point
Yeah,
Pleasant.
West Virginia. It's not that far from Steve.
It's
The crow
I
flies.
wouldn't recommend
That's
anyone
crow flies.
traveling to West Virginia.
What's that?
I wouldn't recommend anybody traveling to West Virginia.
Would I? If you've ever seen the wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia, you know enough to
I've been to West Virginia several times. I was
Yeah.
just there the other day.
have you?
Yeah, there was, some clearance at a Rite Aid. Oh shit, I said the wrong stuff.
Wow.
There was some clearance at a store that I frequent.
At a store that you frequent. Oh.
It was Rite Aid. You already said the
It's-
name, and now you said you frequent.
Store was closing down, so I was trying to.
Oh, I see.
You drove to West Virginia for that?
I did.
Almost heaven.
Yeah.
West Virginia.
Yes.
Yeah, Blue Ridge
Yeah,
Mountains.
keep going.
Shenandoah River.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never been to the Shenandoah River.
Life is
Maybe I
older.
should. Yes.
Older than the trees.
Yes. It is actually.
Younger than the mountains.
Mm.
Blowing like the breeze. Country roads.
I actually like West
I get
Virginia.
nailed for copyright. I keep going.
My wife has a friend who lives just over the Ohio-West Virginia border.
Yeah.
And so we visited with them, and I went and checked out the clearance or the store that was closing down, and we came home.
He was
There's lots of crazy shit in West Virginia.
yeah.
Cryptid wise, aliens, hauntings, all that sort of thing.
I had lunch in Point Pleasant one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, not during the festival though.
No. I
Or near Point.
want to go. I have wanted to go there for a while. I would like to go during the festival. I think it'd be fun. See some of the yahoos there, whatnot.
Wear your scrunched up black cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Computer jewelry.
Yeah, meet some strange people. I asked Matt recently how long before and I'm going to pose this question to the room. At this point, I wonder, like, should we start a countdown clock to how long before I can get Adam Davis on the show?
Oh, yeah. How long big a clock you got?
I
mean,
he talks to everybody
except
he talks
us.
to people like that I know, and doesn't talk to me.
I think I
does. Why
saw.
would he?
I think I saw a new book that he has.
Yeah, is it called? Is it based off a Paul Simon song?
It was like him in his safari outfit, like in the middle of a desert. Seriously,
What the fuck? Like,
what is this?
I'd totally be willing to talk to him. I mean,
I'm glad you'd be willing to talk to him.
much like another gentleman that I've tried to get on the show, we're tunnel buddies. So, I mean, I would obviously sit down and break bread with such a man that I've been to the same place. We've shared.
Shared and shared. Yeah, here it is. Extreme Expeditions 3, Bigfoot versus the Yeti.
Bigfoot versus the Yeti. Ooh.
Sounds wonderful.
I would even I will even say this. In order to get him on the show, I would be willing to stop calling him bitch lips.
Oh,
Really? Would you really be willing to do that?
I'd be willing to in order to have the conversation.
Huh.
Be willing, Steve.
Well, the feelers are out there now. Maybe he'll
Feelers
listen
are
to
out.
the show and
Listen, I'll have to negotiate that. But what were you laughing about, Matt?
yeah, it's private.
Oh, okay. That means I'll find out after the show.
Yeah.
Oh shit. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this wonderful episode this week. Oh, I forgot to show you my other Bob Ross. This is the other Bob Ross.
Oh, why didn't you have that one up during the whole show? That was much better.
Ooh, that looks like Bob Ross if somebody stuck a fucking something up his ass like while he was painting, like woo. Fucking poor fucking oh Jesus. Oh God. Anyhow. This has been episode 128 of the Fortean Slip alternate reality games. Big fucking thank you to Katie for trying with this one this week. I know it was not in her fucking wheelhouse, and she did a great job. Even so, she thought she did shitty. So no, you did not, dear. If you like this shit, hit the little thumbs up button. If you don't, hit the little thumbs down button. Leave a comment, subscribe, check out good old Matt Knapp over at youtube.com/bigfootcrossroads and Cryptid Tales. Check us out over at anchor.fm/the Fortean Slip. Subscribe, download. You can give us money. There.
Ain't gonna give us money.
Some people do have given some money.
Yeah, what?
And
One guy?
I will say, no, there's been a couple people. As a matter of fact,
wow.
There's a couple people that do. One of them is fuck Dean Cooper.
Oh, fuck Dean Cooper.
Fuck Dean Cooper gives the most money per month of the two people that give money per month.
So what? $1.95.
No,
Dean Cooper gives
Dean
Chris
would-
more money than you and I ever have, or probably ever will.
in 1 month.
In 1 month.
Now, Dean gives us the $5 a month subscription. So, if you want to support the show, you can go over to anchor.fm/Fortean Slip, and you can support the show. That is a thing.
It's supportable.
It is a supportable thing. Go check out. Is he still doing videos? Phil Poling over at Pair Breakdown. Yeah, he's doing something. We don't know. And check out our good friend Dred Funn at dredfunn.com and youtube.com/Dred Funn. And check out our good friends over at the Gas Digital Network at High Society Radio. That's at gasdigitalnetwork.com. That's Bronx Johnny, Chris from Brooklyn, and Chris Stanley. And we will be having the Squatch Detective back on to talk about his book. You can check him out at thesquatchdetective.com. I'm sure he has links there to buy his new book. I'm pretty sure if you go there.
I would hope so, or else he's pretty bad at marketing.
Yeah. So we will be back next week to talk to you about mentalism. Until then, see ya!